Hi, my name is Brianna Jenkins, and this is AP Statistics Quideo 3. First, we will start off with the basic question. The basic question reads, a string of Christmas lights contains 20 lights. The lights are wired in a series so that if any lights fails, the whole string will go dark. Each light has a probability of 0.02 of failing during a 3-year period. The lights fail independently of each other. What is the probability that the string of lights will remain bright for 3 years? To solve this problem, you take the probability of the lights that stay lit, 1 minus the probability that one goes out. That equation looks like 1 minus 0.02, which is the probability of a light failing during a 3-year period, equals 0.98. After you find that number, you take the probability of all 20 lights staying lit, which equals 0.98 to the 20th power. Once you calculate that, you get 0.668, which would equal 66.8%. 66.8% is the probability that the string of lights will remain bright for 3 years. Next, we will move on to the advanced question. The advanced question reads, the hand-washing behavior of adults using public restrooms at airports was the subject of a study conducted by the American Society of Microbiology. A press release issued by the Society September 15, 2003 included the following description. Although illnesses as deadly as SARS and as troublesome as the common cold or gastric distress can be spread hand to hand, the survey sponsored by the American Society of Microbiology, ASM, found that many people passing through major U.S. airports don't wash their hands after using the public facilities. More than 30% of people using restrooms in New York's airports, 19% of those in Miami's airports, and 27% of air travelers in Chicago's aren't stopping to wash their hands. The survey conducted by Worthlin Worldwide in August 2003 observed 7,541 people in public washrooms in New York, Chicago, San Francisco, Dallas, Miami, and Toronto. These results were then generalized to people who use public restrooms. Answer the following 4 questions for this observational study. A. What is the population of interest? The population of interest is the population you are trying to draw an inference about from the collected data sets. For this problem, the population of interest are the people who use public restrooms and their washing behaviors. B. Was the sample selected in a reasonable way? The sample selected for this study was not selected reasonably because there is a greater population of people who use the bathroom in other places. C. Is the sample likely to be representative of the population of interest? No, this is not a likely representation because there are several factors as to why people don't wash their hands. Also, they possibly may have been rushing and didn't have time to wash their hands, so this is an inaccurate representation. D. Are there any obvious sources of bias? Yes, there is obvious bias sources because there is an undercoverage of the total population due to the study only being conducted in airports and not any other public bathrooms, so it is biased towards airport bathrooms. Lastly, we will do the AP question. The AP question reads, at a certain university, students who live in their dormitories eat at a common dining hall. Recently, students have been complaining about the quality of the food served there. The dining hall manager decided to do a survey to estimate the proportion of students living in the dormitories who think that the quality of the food should be improved. One evening, the manager asked the first 100 students entering the dining hall to answer the following question. The survey reads, many students believe that the food served in the dining hall needs improvement. Do you think that the quality of the food served here needs improvement even though that would increase the cost of the meal plan? Yes, no, no opinion. A. In this setting, explain how bias may have been introduced based on the way this convenience sample was selected and suggest how the sample could have been selected differently to avoid the bias. Students who arrive early may have different opinions about food quality than the other students, the late diners who experience food that has been sitting out longer. This can produce a bias sample. This type of bias can be avoided by taking a simple random sample of all dorm residents instead of just surveying selected students. B. In this setting, explain how bias may have been introduced based on the way the question was worded and suggest how it could have been worded differently to avoid that bias. The phrase about the dining hall food needing improvement may have led to more students having to respond that the food really doesn't need improvement. Also, the phrase that is indicating increased costs may have influenced the students to answer insincerely, then being cautious of the prices of the changes in food quality. A better way to ask this question would be, do you feel the quality of the food needs improvement?